Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back. Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
On the ground with a tight end. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Allen on the keeper.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Wilson on target there to Moore. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. David Moore, 65 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And able to find John Brown. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup. He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Bills 0.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. In your face.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At the 11-yard line.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up from offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
11 yards there, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second and 9, Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 34. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 10, Bills 7.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Seahawks field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Don't get nervous. March 54.
Now Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
4-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
That's the way. Alert, alert, alert. Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw again. Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Singletary. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks' 8-yard line.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before half for Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, never mind. Third quarter action now. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. Come on again. He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, Seattle.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
49, 49, guys. Mike. Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score, Seahawks 19.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The ball carrier,
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They run the option on 2nd down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Allen going deep for Diggs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Seahawks.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again, Wilson. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Edmonds on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wilson.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 12.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check three. All 52. Undercooked.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20.
Dawson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Allen flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second. Touchdown of the night. And the Bills get a bit closer. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's more. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't have...
Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch.